Revelation 2485. From the 27th of September 1942. Love, wisdom and omnipotence of God is reason for everything extraordinary. Living faith makes nothing appear impossible, since everything can be founded in God's love, wisdom and omnipotence. God's love grasps everything, wisdom recognizes everything and omnipotence achieves everything. And thus there is nothing that is impossible for God. And the knowledge of this is the result of living faith, for anyone who can affirm the eternal deity deep in his heart has no other idea of this deity than that it is a loving, wise and omnipotent being, and thus he will also be able to believe that nothing is impossible for this being. And if this being seizes a human child in his love, it also corresponds to his divine wisdom that he now works through this human being because he deems it necessary. And his working will always be something extraordinary, which is not possible for the human being as such. His working will be an expression of strength which reveals a powerful entity. But where love, wisdom and omnipotence can be recognized, the eternal deity must also be recognized there, but it can never be concluded that bad beings are active which neither know love nor can distribute wisdom nor have the power to work supernaturally, for the latter requires strength. But if evil beings had this power at their disposal without being able to be prevented by God, then truly no human being would be able to stand in truth because it would be completely prevented by those beings. But God is almighty and his power is truly able to protect people who faithfully entrust themselves to him. If he did not do so, either his power would be small or his love would be. But if a person believes that God is love and that he possesses all power in heaven and on earth, he can never grant the same power to his adversary by handing people over to this power without protection. God knows his own and loves them because they adhere to him, because they strive towards him. And he works through them. But the adversary's power only extends to those people who deny God, who live a life of heartlessness and thus are extremely distant from God. And by this you humans will recognize whose strength expresses itself when a person accomplishes extraordinary things. Whether his soul is turned towards God and he endeavors to live in accordance with the divine commandments and whether he wants to help his fellow human beings. These are his children whom he loves and through whom his wisdom and omnipotence are revealed. And they live in truth because, where God himself is active, only pure truth can be the result. And those who have a living faith will also recognize the truth as truth because it testifies to God's love, wisdom and omnipotence. Amen.